Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are super stoked that you're here. If you have never watched one of our videos before, go check them out. There's a bunch of different videos you can see. Hit like, hit subscribe and share. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. We are the Boyles, and today we're going to be doing a video on reflection. Reflecting on the last 8 months of parenthood. I know. Tomorrow Ezra is actually 8 months old, which is just crazy. I can't believe 8 months has gone that quick, can you?
It's been insane. Like last time I remember he was just a wee dot. Kind of just feels like yesterday that he was born and just so small, and we kind of like watch him every now and then while he's sleeping in admiration really of like how much he's grown and how precious he is and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? You know, no one can really prepare you for parenthood, and this is like
Definitely.
our first one, so...
I think one of the hard things for me was just not knowing. I know parents have always said to me like, oh, especially when we became pregnant, you're not going to get any sleep, but I had no idea it was going to be as bad as it was. We literally, in the first couple of weeks, well, feels like early months, there was major sleep deprivation going on, and that was quite challenging, wasn't it?
It was insane. I think because we had such a crazy birth experience. I say we, Lisa obviously went through the trauma of childbirth, but we didn't like sleep for 2 days, and then after that we were in hospital where like everyone's baby's crying and we didn't really get much sleep. I'm not trying to scare anyone, by the way, this is different for everyone. But we kind of like came out of hospital and we're like up every couple of hours, weren't we? And it was just like, I developed immediate baggy eyes. It was crazy. And
I think it's just like a normal part of parenthood. Like sleep is still not completely the same, but I think that's something that is like a real shock to the system. Was there anything that was like quite...
Well, I mean, before we go any further, I'll just have to say, it's like, so one of my friends, we hadn't seen each other in a while, and they'd had, like, him and his wife had a baby shortly after us. And he said to me, so how's Ezra sleeping, how you guys doing? And I was kind of like, massive bags like that. I was like, oh man, it's been pretty rough. And he was like, oh no, that's really weird, so our baby was sleeping from like the first week. And it was at that moment I realised that I wished to strangle my friend. No, seriously, because like every other parent maybe that has had a rough night's sleep or a troublesome time with like a kid that won't sleep, and then someone else comes up and says, my baby slept like an angel, you just want to hit them in the face.
Yeah, you just have the smile on your face, you're like, oh really? Oh really?
Really? Hopefully number 2 will be awful. Not long before we had Ezra, I was like, I'm quite into fitness, even though I've only been to the gym like once in 8 months, and that was the other week. But I say I was quite into fitness, and you'd sometimes like you'd see these posts being put up by like people who have like just had a baby, and within like 2 weeks they've lost all that sort of pregnancy weight, or there's like the dad is like he's losing his dad bod, or he's just in super fit shape, and it's like, oh man, the pressure is for real.
I want to be there, but it's going to take a while.
So, one of the things that I've found quite difficult, actually, is we haven't had loads of family members, like, super close, and it's kind of, we've had Ezra 24/7. Now, my dad lives in sort of the town next to us, but, you know, I mean, he's super busy, and, like, their lives don't just stop when you have a baby. Obviously, they want to come and see them a lot, but in terms of, like, being able to take a few hours out, like, by ourselves, we only kind of really did that for the first time, maybe a month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
Which was really weird. I remember going like out by myself, like this is while you were still at home with Ezra, and I went out by myself, and it was just the weirdest thing going into town, like, what is this?
Yeah,
what is this new lease of life?
Spending time by yourself is like a rare occasion, and it's just like when you are, it's like, it is kind of great, but I think like reflecting on it, obviously there's loads of positives, you know, we love Ezra and he's such a beautiful personality. We'll talk a bit more about him in a second, but I think just like everything changes, like how you spend time with your friends, how you spend time with family, you know, things that you probably used to enjoy, hobbies that you have, they now have to work all around this like new personality in your family. And I think, you know, you can make time for all those things. I think one thing Dave and I have said as parents is we don't want to be like those, you know, parents who are like, oh, we can't do that because of this, or we can't do that. Like, you know, we want to take Ezra on as much adventures and, you know, to different places that we can. But I think sometimes there there is restrictions, and there are restrictions to how you can do stuff. You can't always do stuff as a family or a couple anymore. Sometimes, like, you know, I'll have to stay with the baby and Dave will have to go out, or vice versa. Going to the shops is not as easy as it used to be, or, you know, doing things like that. If the baby's just gone for a nap, you have to like wait for that. So that's been quite new to us, and trying to work through as a family and trying to get used to that. It still takes time. We are still getting there.
Still getting there.
But that is something that is completely new to us. I think before you have a baby, you probably don't value that time that you get alone as much. And then when you have a baby, you're like, whoa, I need alone time.
It's kind of like, you know, I heard loads of people say it before, and it's like, parents would say to me, I don't know what I did with my time before we had a baby. And it's like, you don't actually think about that. You have so much time if you are not a parent, and, you know, you've not got like a crazy job, or you just work a 9 to 5 or whatever. You've got so much time on your hands.
Just make the most of it.
Oh, for real, for real.
But, you know, saying that, like, the great thing about having Ezra has been, like, he's really come into his personality. He's such a happy little boy. I think, you know, we've been so grateful because there's been so much chaos happening as well in the last couple of, you know, months. We've moved into a new house, which is quite hard to do with a new baby. There's just been loads of changes, like Dave not long started a new job. So we were adjusting to all of these things as well. But Ezra's been so good. You know, he does enjoy sleep. I mean, he does wake up really early in the morning, but he's quite a placid baby. He's quite happy. He only really cries if he's hungry, or if, you know, he's really upset. And I think that's been really great for us.
He's amazing, you know. I mean, I think that's some of the most important part. Every part of like being a dad has been awesome. You know, from just, I know, him growing out of different clothes or cracking his first smile. Like, I think for me, like, some people have had like their best bits, like certain bits that have been really memorable, but for me, it's kind of like just loving that bit where like he's doing new things all the time. So it was like, you know, making his first smile or his first laugh at you, like, because obviously in the beginning babies do smile at you, but it's usually because they're about to fart or poo. So it kind of, a bit disheartening.
Yeah. That's been like really great, just discovering new things about Ezra. And I think just having quality time as a family together has been so great. Just like 3 of us spending time together. It's been weird because obviously Dave and I have been married, you know, 4 years, pretty much. Was it 4 years or 3 years when we had Ezra? It would have been 3 years. Yes. So we were married 3 years when we had Ezra. We had to think about that. And you know, we've been together for about 10 years now. So I think just having this new personality who is from both of us has been like really great, just to see that, you know, we've created this human, and they've got a little bit of me and a little bit of Dave, and, you know, I think that's quite, you know, something new that we've been having to take in.
Yeah, so it's amazing having that of a little bit of personality, and actually having a baby teaches you a lot about yourself, because I've noticed I'm not a very patient person, and I think that's something I've perhaps always struggled with a little bit, but actually I think it just highlights, you know, to yourself what some of your weaknesses are, and obviously I want to get way better at that and whatnot, but it's not something to get down on as well, you know. As long as you want to try and do something about it, it's fine, you know, because like you're not going to get everything right, and I think there's a lot of pressure around parenting with all the tips and all like the media of people doing it right and seeming like it's okay, like the Insta kind of lifestyle or whatever, but actually we all get things wrong, and I've got things I regret about the way I was with certain things, or, you know, how I treated certain situations. Like, I've got regrets about how I, you know, could have done stuff better, but we're all just learning. Like, parenting is learning.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, for me as well, I think before I was way more probably OCD and stressed about things and how things were, and like, I think when you have a baby you have to like really chill out. You might not chill out, but I've had to really just chill out and let things play and happen. Like yesterday we went and we met a friend and we went for a walk around the park, and Ezra completely weed all. We were changing a nappy. I picked him up because he was upset, and he weed all down my top. I literally had to wear one of Dave's tank tops vest that had a massive gap in the side, put a blazer over it, and just go for this walk in the park. And I had wee all in my shoe, down my jeans. Not that maybe anyone thought it was baby wee, but I just had to put that aside and just carry on because we were spending time with a friend, and it was like,
Lisa.
this is our married lives.
Hey.
I'm wearing a t-shirt in here. I've just got over myself and situations, and I'm just like, okay, you know, that's happened, you know, it's just as it is, and I've just got to enjoy this moment. And so yeah, you know, that's something that has been like a good lesson, but a big learning curve for me since having Ezra, like reflecting on time and, you know, what's happened up until now.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, there are some absolutely hilarious moments as well. Like, you know, we've talked about kind of the joy of seeing Ezra do new things, and like, you know, your family sharing in that experience with you as well, of just like having this, like, all of my brothers and Lisa's family absolutely love him, and it's brought the family together like so much more than it was before. And Lisa mentioned about, you know, being weed on by Ezra. Absolutely hilarious. It's gonna happen whether you're a new parent, you know, or you're pregnant, or you're gonna have them at some point. I mean, I have been pooed on, I've been sicked on. I'm gonna try and get a video and put it in this video of when Ezra was sick in my face and my hair.
Yes, Ezra! Yay!
Oh, Dave.
Literally, I thought he'd slobbered right in my eye, and then it's all white, just going down like, oh,
It's still-
help me! For goodness sake, help me!
It's all over your face.
The ocean gun in Birmingham, that's it.
Lisa, can you get me a wet wipe or something?
Have we ever been there? Yeah.
Help me! I just want that bag, please! Please now, help me! Right, Ezra, I'm putting you...
I have been weed on, literally
Everything.
disgusting, the lot. You know, I had poo all the way down me just like the other week. But it's hilarious. You gotta kind of take these things in your stride and enjoy being pooed on.
So we hope that you enjoyed the video today. Just a little bit of advice and reflections from myself and Dave. And if you are a parent, take it easy, have a coffee, and just know that you are doing a fantastic job.
That's right. When you've just, you know, when you've got those permanent bags under your eyes, when things are just going absolutely mental, just think, I am truly doomed. I'm joking, don't think that, you're doing fine.
You're doing a great job. So have a great week. We'll be posting some videos up soon, and yeah, comment below and let us know how you've been finding parenthood. Reflect on what it's been like for you. We'd love to hear.
Bye!
Ta-da! I mean, why is that there anyway? Time for a nap.
See you later. Rant, reflect, very same things. That doesn't come without its problems. I forgot what I was going to say now.
Coming up. I don't know why I said that.
Literally happening right now. Okay, I think that'll do.
We can just go. Bye.
See you later.
Bye. Patience is a virtue.
It is.